This is Steve Robbins. Welcome to the Get It Done Guys, quick and dirty tips to work less and do more. Today, we're going to talk about how being boring can be a huge advantage. Big corporations. We just love big corporations. They turn everything they touch into mountains and mountains of wondrous prosperity and rainbows and platinum yachts, at least for the shareholders. When they touch employees, they turn them into nameless, faceless cogs doing meaningless busy work until the day they can be replaced by robots. And even better is when they touch customers. If they could, they would turn us into paralyzed lumps of flesh connected to feeding tubes, mindlessly clicking our little Amazon reorder stuff buttons until we shrivel and die. 21st century paradise. I feel all warm and fuzzy just thinking about it. Although, that feeling could just be a fungal infection. While we long for the days of the mom and pop stores where everybody knows your name, those are gone. Even in the places where they aren't gone, real estate prices are going up so quickly that soon mom and pop will be replaced by Walmart outlet number 56,813. The personal touch will be gone forever unless you start being boring. I'm boring, and you can be too. Life is lumpy. In some areas, you can be fabulously interesting, and in others, you can be fabulously boring. Take me, for example. I co-wrote a musical about personal productivity and zombies. That's interesting. And 99% of the time, I work out at the same gym, shop at the same bookstore, eat at the same restaurants, and order the same dishes 99.999% of the time. That's boring. In fact, that's really boring. But the thing that's been so surprising is how very useful it is. You see people over and over. When you frequent the same places a lot, you see the people who work there over and over, and over, and over. It may not be your intention, but repeated contact is how relationships form. On the 20th or 30th visit, you read their name tag. And by the time you've been there 60 or 70 times, you work up the courage to say, have a nice day, Courtney. And ultimately, you and Courtney start a friendship. And then, special orders become easy. Now, this is not a share your deepest desires and your worst fears and that meat hook punishment your parents used to do. It's not that type of friendship. But it is a share your special order friendship. And over time, this friendship streamlines your ability to do business and to order things. Soon enough, Courtney knows when you walk in that you're going to want your special order of a super avocado crepe with extra avocado, 2 eggs substituted for the cheese, plus salmon. And of course, to drink an iced tea lemonade with black tea and no ice. Oh, right. And you also have a 10% discount card that you bought at a fundraiser for a local high school. You no longer have to go through the effort of trying to explain all of that every single time. Courtney knows. And soon enough, new employees are even given your special order on a slip of paper for reference. And then they even teach you how it needs to be entered into the cash register just in case one of the new people makes a mistake. So then you can tell them how to do it correctly. And then when one day you order a slightly different order, the cook, whose name is Bam, because of course you're on first name basis with the cook, comes out to your table to make sure that you intended the change. Every single bit of this, sad to say, is absolutely true. And I seriously hope that Bam is listening to this podcast right now. Also, you can get privileged status by being boring. You're number 1. Who doesn't like to hear that? I am member number 175 of my local bookstore's frequent purchaser program. Each purchase gets me points, and every 100 points turns into a free money off coupon. Well, one day I came in to buy some books with my saved coupons, and they took one look at how many coupons I had, and we quickly determined that I had spent more money at the store than anyone. While checking out, they said, "Is there anything else we can do for you?" And so I jokingly replied, "Well, if I'm the number 1 customer, how about giving me frequent purchaser ID number 1? Well, it turns out it was available. They had started assigning them at 11. So at my next visit, they informed me that now I'm number 1. Now, this may not seem like much, but it makes me super memorable to every new employee. Since everyone knows me, I get great treatment. Recently, I had to have dotted moleskin notebooks. So they brought me back to the secret order desk in the mysterious back room, and we could browse the wholesale catalog together. Oh my gosh, it was so amazing. If you're a frequent buyer somewhere, make sure they know. And then make sure they know your name, and make sure that you know theirs. And pretty soon, you just might be able to browse their wholesale catalog together in the mysterious back room. James Bond, eat your heart out. And you know what? When you're boring, there is such a thing as a free lunch. When intern MG and I were working together, we would be boring for lunch together at Artie Dent's sandwich shop every single day. He would get some ridiculously healthy something or other, and I would get the still reasonably healthy Mediterranean sandwich. We came in so often that they made the pair of us their customer of the month, and that was good for a free sandwich every single week. And until the day that they knocked down that restaurant to make room for the new freeway, the manager would always give me a fountain drink for free. You're in here so much that I would be a fool not to reward our best customers. Be boring. While the vast faceless corporations just want to suck you dry of every cent you've ever made, the people who work for them are still human beings most of the time, but you have to go first. Embrace your inner bore and make your regular errands and your outings routine. Order the same order, sit at the same table, show up at the same time. You'll gradually bond with the humans who make up the corporations, and those humans can expedite your life a lot. Then, when you walk in, they can start preparing your special order while the more interesting but only occasional shoppers look on in envy. I'm Steve Robbins. Follow Get It Done Guy on Twitter and Facebook. If you have projects that are stalled or taking too long, join a Get It Done group. Learn more at steverobbins.com or join my personal mailing list by texting Get It Done to 33444. Work less, do more, and have a great life.